What's going on, world? This is Grandmaster FAQs, and this is another Partynerdz exclusive. To know the Blade story is to realize that his reintroduction into the MCU is more so of an homage project. They're pretty much paying homage to the character of Blade because it's important. It's not the fact that, okay, Blade is joining the MCU, Blade might possibly be an Avenger. That's all hearsay. And that's all well and good. It's fucking awesome. But to know that, you have to know the story. And the way it goes is that in the mid-90s, Marvel Comics wasn't doing that well. As a matter of fact, Marvel went bankrupt. DC wasn't even doing that well at that time. We were reaching kind of like a brand new age. You know, in the CD realm, and DVDs were starting to be in existence. Comics and just books in general started to fade a little bit. To the point where when Marvel went bankrupt, they started to sell a lot of their assets. Their assets meaning their characters. This is the reason why Fantastic Four got sold to Fox. It's the reason why X-Men got sold to Fox. Most of the mutant realm got sold to Fox. It's why Universal has Namor and Hulk. It's the reason why those assets just started to go away, because their assets gave them enough back revenue to kind of like stay afloat in the business realm. Marvel decided to, now this is before Marvel Studios, this is not Disney's Marvel Studios. Marvel decided to take a shot in cooperation with New Line Cinema. Let's say like the deal with Spider-Man, where Marvel and Sony, we're just gonna make some money off of this Spider-Man flip. Marvel and New Line Cinema took a chance, and they took a chance on a C character. Okay, the Blade that we've known from the comics, of course, did not come from New York City. He came from London. Pretty much in the realms of like Morbius in the Spider-Man realm, where there is a sector of vampires running loose in the comic universe. There was Blade. The whole story of the Daywalker just seemed like it could be made into something good. And note, this is also before the time where monsters were, I mean, not monsters, vampires were like just this huge fucking thing, you know, with Twilight and all that other bullshit. You know, vampires just became like almost like a genre all its own in like the early 2000s. Blade came out. It was a project for Wesley Snipes because he felt like he could do something and adapt to the role, is because action movies were still in. It wasn't necessarily that comic book movies were still in, but action movies were still the shit. If he portrayed an African-American character who happens to be a vampire, who also happens to have an immunity to sun, which basically proclaims him to be a daywalker, and revolving around, I believe, one of the most underrated villains of all time, Deacon Frost, made for an excellent movie. Even to the point where it was the first Marvel trilogy. I mean, as bad as Blade 3 was, Blade 2 was good too. And note that that was directed by Guillermo del Toro, Academy Award winning director, which I would hope and fucking pray that they make him the director of the first MCU Blade. That would make my day, because if Mahershala Ali is going to be the actor, two-time Academy Award-winning actor, let's bring back the person who made probably the best Blade film with Nomak and the diseased vampires that fed on each other like cannibalism. That shit was fucking dope. Donnie Yen was even in the fucking movie. That shit was fire. Carl Urban was even in the movie. That shit was fire. But let me know what you guys think. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe to us at the Partynerdz YouTube page. Hit us up on the Partynerdz Instagram page. Hit me up on Grandmaster FAQs, FAQs, at Instagram. It's all in the plans, baby. Partynerdz, go.
Partynerdz, 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 Partynerdz.